Imagine a world, newly born. Fresh from revolution, the air still thick with the echoes of battle cries and the scent of gunpowder. The United States of America, a fledgling nation, faced a monumental task. The land stretched vast and wild, from the Atlantic seaboard to the untamed frontiers. 13 colonies, each with its own unique identity, customs and aspirations, had to be united under a single banner. How to govern this vast land? How to unite 13 colonies, each with its own identity? The challenge was immense. The leaders of this new nation knew that the path ahead was fraught with difficulties and uncertainties. The answer, it seemed, was a constitution, a document that would lay the foundation for governance, ensuring that the ideals of liberty and justice prevailed. But drafting such a document was no simple task. This blueprint for a nation sparked fierce debate. Every word, every clause was scrutinized, argued over, and passionately defended. The stakes were high and the future of the nation hung in the balance. On one side stood the Federalists. They believed in a strong central government, a government capable of unifying the states, providing stability, and ensuring security for all its citizens. They argued that without a central authority, the nation would descend into chaos, with each state acting in its own interest, leading to disunity and conflict. A strong government, they believed, was essential for building infrastructure, maintaining order, and fostering economic growth. It was the only way to ensure the survival and prosperity of the new nation. On the other side, the Anti-Federalists raised their voices. They feared centralized power, they had fought a war to escape tyranny, and were wary of replacing one form of oppression with another. They cherished individual liberty and the rights of states. To them, the essence of freedom lay in local governance, where the people had a direct say in their affairs. This was a clash of titans, a battle of ideas that would shape a nation. The debates were intense, the arguments passionate, and the stakes could not have been higher. The very soul of America hung in the balance. The decisions made in those heated debates would echo through the centuries, defining the character and destiny of the United States. And so, the great debate raged on, shaping the future of a nation that was still finding its way in the world. The outcome would determine the path of the United States for generations to come. The Federalist Papers, 85 essays, sharp as eagle's talons, meticulously crafted to shape the future of a burgeoning nation, penned by three brilliant minds: Alexander Hamilton, a visionary with a keen sense of financial acumen and political strategy; James Madison, the intellectual architect of the Constitution; and John Jay, a diplomat and statesman of great repute. Their mission? To persuade the people of New York to ratify the Constitution, a document that would lay the foundation for a new era of governance. These essays were more than just political pamphlets. They were a symphony of reason, a clarion call for unity, and a testament to the power of collaborative thought. They laid out the Federalist vision for America, a nation where the federal government, like a strong oak, would provide stability, ensuring that the roots of democracy would grow deep and strong. A nation where states, like branches of that oak, would flourish in harmony, each contributing to the strength and prosperity of the whole. The Federalist Papers argued for a government capable of tackling national issues. Commerce, defense, and foreign relations were paramount to the survival and growth of the young republic. They warned against the dangers of a weak central government, a government vulnerable to division and chaos, where the lack of a unified direction could lead to the disintegration of the nation. Through their eloquent prose, Hamilton, Madison, and Jay sought to ignite a sense of urgency and responsibility among the citizens. They emphasized that the strength of the nation lay in its unity and the collective will to forge a common destiny. The Federalist Papers remain a cornerstone of American political thought, a reminder that the principles of unity and strength are timeless and essential for the enduring success of any nation. Alexander Hamilton, the fiery visionary, argued for a powerful executive branch. He believed in a strong national bank to fuel economic growth. James Madison, the father of the Constitution, championed a system of checks and balances. He sought to prevent tyranny by dividing power among different branches of government. John Jay, the diplomat, eloquently defended the need for a unified foreign policy. He argued that a strong nation could better command respect on the world stage. Together, these three men, like master weavers, crafted a compelling case for the Constitution. Their words resonated with many. They ignited a spark of hope for a stronger, more unified nation. Section 4. The Anti-Federalist Cry, Liberty at Stake. The year was 1787, and the newly independent American colonies were at a crossroads. The drafting of the Constitution had sparked intense debates and fierce opposition from a group known as the Anti-Federalists. But the Anti-Federalists would not be silenced. They were a vocal and determined faction, deeply concerned about the potential consequences of the proposed Constitution. They saw in the Constitution a dangerous path, a path that could lead to the erosion of the very freedoms they had fought so hard to secure during the Revolutionary War, a path leading to the very tyranny the Revolution had fought to overthrow. The memories of British oppression were still fresh, and the Anti-Federalists feared a repeat under a new guise. They feared that a powerful central government would trample on individual liberties. The specter of a distant, unaccountable authority loomed large in their minds. They argued that the Constitution lacked a Bill of Rights. Without explicit protections, they believed, the rights of the people would be at the mercy of those in power, a document explicitly protecting the fundamental freedoms of citizens. The Anti-Federalists insisted that such a safeguard was essential to prevent government overreach. Patrick Henry, with his fiery oratory, warned against the dangers of consolidated power. His speeches resonated deeply with those who had experienced the heavy hand of British rule. He famously declared, "Give me liberty or give me death." This rallying cry encapsulated the fervent desire for freedom and the deep-seated fear of tyranny. George Mason, a staunch advocate for individual rights, refused to sign the Constitution without a Bill of Rights. His steadfast stance highlighted the critical importance of protecting personal freedoms. These voices, passionate and unwavering, gave voice to the anxieties of many Americans. They articulated the fears and concerns of a populace wary of unchecked power. They reminded the nation that liberty, hard-won, was not to be surrendered lightly. The Anti-Federalists' relentless advocacy ultimately led to the adoption of the Bill of Rights, ensuring that the freedoms they cherished would be enshrined in the nation's foundational document. Section 5. A compromise forged the Bill of Rights. The debate raged on. The fate of the nation hung in the balance. But from the crucible of this intense clash, a compromise emerged. The Bill of Rights, a testament to the enduring power of compromise in a democracy. 10 amendments, a shield against government overreach, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the right to bear arms, protection against unreasonable searches and seizures. These were not mere words on parchment. They were the bedrock of American freedom and democracy. Section 6. Echoes of the debate shaping modern America. The echoes of this epic debate resonate even today. The tension between federal power and states' rights remains a defining feature of American politics. The Bill of Rights, a beacon of freedom, continues to be fiercely debated and defended. From healthcare to gun control, from immigration to environmental policy, the fundamental questions raised during the ratification debate continue to shape the American dialogue. The legacy of the Federalists and Anti-Federalists lives on in every courtroom, every legislature, and every public forum where the balance of power is debated. Section 7. A timeless question, finding the balance. So, as you observe the world around you, as you witness the ebb and flow of political power, remember the lessons of the past. Remember the delicate balance that holds a nation together. Ask yourself, where should the line be drawn between individual liberty and collective security? How do we ensure that government serves the people, not the other way around? These are not merely academic questions, they are the lifeblood of a healthy democracy. They are questions that each generation must grapple with anew, for the sake of preserving the precious flame of liberty passed down through the ages.